Hi, this is Mahendran Subramanian from Business Arena 365. Today we have with us Sagar Makwana, who's an entrepreneur, speaker, and writer, a certified emotional therapist. Sagar is a master trainer in India's biggest Train the Trainer Academy, twice TEDx speaker, and author of the book Be You Now. Let's get to know more about his journey. Hi, Sagar.
Hi, Mahendra.
How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thanks for giving your time.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure of mine to have you.
Same here.
Yes.
So, you have been a TEDx speaker twice, and also you have written a book. How did this happen? How did this all happen?
Well, people talk about the accidental writers and all that, right?
Right.
I believe that my journey is a coincidental one.
Okay.
When I started writing the book, I didn't have an intention to write a book.
Yeah.
My intention was to create a coaching model.
Okay.
And just when I started writing more and more, I felt that, hey, I think this could be a good book as well. So that's why I say coincidental, because it was a coincidence that I was trying to do something else and the book turned out.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So that's one of the things that is very surprising. In fact, even TEDx, you won't believe.
Yeah.
When I had just finished writing my book, I sent it to one of my friends, and she said that, Sagar, it's good that you've written a book and all that. But nowadays when I want to, there are so many books in the market. When I want to pick up a good book, I actually look if the author has done something in his life, if he has maybe gone on the TEDx stage. I said, okay, I never thought about it that way. So branding before the book is important. Again, it was a coincidence that she just pointed out that maybe, if you do something like this,
Like something like TEDx.
something like TEDx, it might give you a good credibility.
More mileage.
Exactly. And I thought, okay, that actually sounds very interesting. And that's when I started kind of applying for TEDx forums, seeing if I can take my speech and, get that on stage. And
Wow.
coincidentally, that also happened.
How much time did it take?
The book?
From the book to the TEDx.
The book itself took 3 years.
Okay.
TEDx, it took me a year to crack TEDx because, of course, today the world is open. You find a lot of people, doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So even for TEDx, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people who are ready to speak, who are ready to come on stage. And I'm sorry, but we're living in an influencer market. So there are a lot of influencers ready.
Yes.
And I'm not an influencer. And I think I acknowledge that I can't be that. I don't want to be that. And so that's why when I started applying, it was tough.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people kind of took a couple of interviews, but they never actually got back to me. But finally, I think some kind souls that thought that, okay, I think this guy has something in him. And I don't know what God bless their souls that they decided, okay, I think this guy would be good.
Good.
And it so happened again, a coincidence, that 2 TEDx platforms approached me simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
It was not that I did one and then started applying for the other.
Oh, okay.
I started applying to so many people.
Uh-huh.
Coincidentally, 2 of them called me on this together, and you won't believe, my first TEDx speech was on March 4th, and the second was on March 5th. Just the next day, 4th and then 5th.
Okay, 4th and 5th.
4th, I'm giving a TEDx speech in Trivandrum.
Wow.
5th, I gave a TEDx speech in Chennai.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, how did you become a trainer, and now you're training the trainers? You're a master trainer, in fact. So you train so many trainers who are already there in the market.
I think your listeners are going to hate me because I'm going to again say it was a coincidence that I got into. No, but more than a coincidence, this was a choice that I made. Right back in 2017 or 18.
Okay.
What happened is that a couple of my friends, again, some kind souls, thought that, hey Sagar, I think you would be a good speaker. Why don't you come and give a speech in a college or a school?
Mm-hmm.
And I was invited to give a speech, and I still remember that first speech that I gave. The response that I got is still in front of my eyes. That sparked, that made me think that, okay, if without knowing what I'm doing, if I'm able to elicit such a response, then what if I start learning about this more? And this happened in 2018, I believe.
Okay.
And in 2019, I think I was fortunate to meet my mentor, my guru, who is still, a very big part of my life. That's Dr. Rajan. And I happened to attend one of his introductory webinars on how to become a trainer. And I think that's
awesome.
The rest is history. Yes.
Okay, so you're part of AITD also.
IITD, yes. IITD. is Dr. Rajan's brainchild.
Yeah.
And after finishing the course there, again, it was very kind that he kind of said that, Sagar, I think, I like what you're doing. Why don't you join us as a trainer? I said, there's nothing bigger an accolade than being a trainer in your own mentor's course. I said, yes, of course, I would be happy to do that. But of course, I finished my course in 2020. And that's when COVID hit. So everything went topsy-turvy for him as well.
Yeah, for everybody, in fact.
Yeah, for a couple of years. So after that, when he was ready to start again, in 2022, is when he called me and said, Sagar, let's do this together. I think I've been a part of his journey since, and I think that's where I met you as well. So that's one of the biggest blessings that I've had in the last 1.5 years, where I was able to meet kind souls like you.
Many people.
Many. I mean,
we have seen so many of them, in fact, hundreds of them you have trained.
Yes. I think we're touching the number 1,000 now.
1,000, yes, that's what Rajan told me.
And 1,000 is not a small number at all.
It's not a small number at all. In a span of less than 2 years, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of blessings going on, man. Yeah.
So it's a blessing to know you also. So, what are your giveaways to the youngsters who are aspiring to become trainers and speakers?
So this is something that I tell a lot of people, and I would like to tell you also, Mahendran, is that not just as a trainer, but in whatever you want to do, the biggest barrier is the mindset that we have. And in terms of mindset, I don't say that, hey, you know what, you can overcome anything you want. Not all that nonsense. What I mean by mindset is that sometimes we want to achieve something,
right,
and yet we keep thinking about the consequences, the results, the failures, and not just us, but all the people around us who keep telling us that, hey, you know what, you can't do this for whatever reasons that may be. And I'm not saying that they're not right.
Yeah, they might be right in their own way.
Absolutely.
But people are different.
And but the problem is they are speaking from their experiences.
Their point of view.
And they're not speaking from your experiences. So when you wish to be a trainer, the first thing you need to ask yourself, and this is very important by the way, is that why do you want to be a trainer? And if you want to be a trainer, do you believe that you have it in you to be a trainer? Because I do believe that hard work trumps talent, but talent is important.
Talent is important.
And you need to have at least that 1% of that inside you that, hey, you know what, I think I can be a good communicator. So, but if you have that, then I think it's important to take that step, not listen to what other people might be saying from their experiences.
Okay.
Learn the experience by yourself.
Yeah.
And when you learn from your own experiences, you either win or you fail.
Yeah.
But either ways you've tried.
You tried and you've learned something.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of being a trainer, right, Mahendra? And so I know that, I've seen a lot of trainers who learn training and might not always be in the field of training. But what happens is when they learn these aspects of training, their communication is so strong, they can actually set themselves up in any field they want. Right?
I understand what you're saying. So that's a good advice for my viewers. So it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sagar. God bless.
It was a pleasure being here, being there for your listeners, subscribers, because trust me, I think there's a lot of content out there.
Yeah, there are too many.
Too much, but
easily accessible also.
Easily accessible, but
how you use it.
There is one thing that is missing, Mahendran, is genuinity. I'm sorry to say this, and no offense to anyone who's creating content out there, but if there is one thing that I feel is missing, is genuinity. And while talking to you, while listening to your perspective, there's just one thing that is very, very clear, is that you want to be genuine, you want to be clear about what you want to speak about, and you're just trying there to put yourself out there and hoping that it helps someone. And I think that is just a noble thing in itself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes.
Please do like, subscribe, and watch.